Let me just say this with all due respect. Cody Rhodes, I have cheered
previously on the Mike Knoxxx
since
show.
Dashing, since Legacy. I got the hat to prove it. Okay. Stardust. Even when you went to the Indies and all these other Johnny Come Lately fans were, oh, I hate WWE. Let me be clear. Fuck you, Cody Rhodes. Fuck you. And I'm going to tell you why I say fuck you, Cody Rhodes. Fuck you. Fuck him. I didn't get Rock and Cena. And if I don't get 17 times world champion John and Radio Rodriguez, Tom Brady to go Cena, Hill Cena.
You mean Rock and Roman?
Yeah, you know what I meant. Thank you. I've been drinking because it's your birthday. Okay.
Yeah.
If I don't get him winning 17, fuck you. I'm sorry, Dusty. Rest in peace. I'm sorry, Dusty. Please don't. I love you. Mama Rose, I love you too. But Cody, fuck you. I'm no longer as the fans say, that was for you. As the fan, John Cena does not suck. Cody Rhodes sucks. Okay? He sucks because he took the life out of my WrestleMania for 2 straight years by having Rock and Roman. Reason why he was not looking. Hold on. If you play, y'all jumping it right. I could never jump in. I say like this the whole time. Shit.
You got a good rhythm. That's man. You got a good rhythm.
Right. So, lose it, bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast. So all the news channels, y'all can kiss my ass. YouTube or Google me, turn it up and play it. Cause many people think it, I just had the balls to say it.
Drums, please.
Viewers may find the following video disturbing.
Ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the Monday Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News to interviews, it's a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
We talking about the main event. Not the opening curtain jerker, not the mid-card, not the bathroom match. We talking about the main event. Not the thing that I give my blood, sweat, and tears from over the years to make sure I would sell my soul to the devil. Main event. We talking about the main event. That's right, y'all. Welcome back to Unpopular Reviews, the Mike Knoxxx Show, and I'm your host, Mike Knoxxx. And indeed, I spelled the name with 3 X's because, frankly, unlike you fickle-ass fans, I am hardcore. Now, let me define what that means, fickle-ass wrestling fans. We're all marks. I know people get mad. Don't call me no mark. I ain't no mark. Yes, you are. There's just different levels to it. Hey, Dice, you backstage, I love you. You're Mark. He watches wrestling every single damn day. Yo, Corey, nephew Corey, my kicks are my fix. You got 175 belts. You're Mark. Hey, Vaughn, backstage, you dress up like cosplay. You know what? Use a Mark. And Mike Knoxxx, you have a radio show that's been going on for 16 years with close to 4,000 episodes. You are a fucking Mark too. Listen, people, welcome to the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. The shows the Ayatollahs and rock and rollers and the stars all listen to. And since you're there, you know who they are. You follow them. Well, follow us. That's right, y'all. Unpopular Review Entertainment is this other network, but it's Unpopular Review Wrestling. It's the Mike Knoxxx Show. And it's my Ayatollahs to those rock and rollers that make this the show that both listen to. 301, Victorious Ones Podcast. King Vaughn Jr. holding me down backstage. And that's right, the Z. It cannot be. It's like the Django. Is it or isn't it? Silent. It's backstage holding me down. My social media as well, holding me down in production stage. And also you, the $1 Million audience. And that's right, we tag in and out to form the $1 Million Connection. And today, we don't do a lot of connections, not the Chinese connection. Now, I know that may offend some people, but I love them Bruce Lee movies. Sick Man of Asia. That's all I ever knew what that sign said. I don't know if that was actually how you spell it or not, because I don't know how to read Japanese or Chinese. But it said Sick Man of Asia. And today, a lot of wrestling fans, y'all are sick. But you know this already. But I digress. Let's dive into this show. Yeah, the main event. So how do I wear my heart on my sleeve, Vaughn? You know how I wear it. It's simply the only way I know how to wear my heart.
Week to week, pro wrestling continues to impress and evolve from AEW to TNA to NXT and even Raw and SmackDown. Check out these top 5 Mike Knoxxx moments of the week.
And there's a lot of things to talk about this week in the world of wrestling as I wear my heart on my sleeve and all that good stuff for you to go ahead and call in and follow into. And since you're talking about you want to call in and listen to and do all that stuff that, you know, you can make yourself part of the network, well, just go ahead and do that. It's very simple. There's a little number, got 10 digits. All right. Can you count? It's about 10 of them. Some people can do it. Some people can't. You go ahead. 516-259-9517. It's like, do you follow the yellow brick road? Yes. Do you follow Lucius Lion to the way of becoming running the empire? Yes. Do you follow Roman Reigns because he is your tribal chief? Yes. Do you follow Mike Knoxxx and his crew because we are showing you how to do this? Yes. That's what you do. So 516-259-9517 is somebody to call in. Now, as I wear my heart on my, what's going on, Christopher? No Williams. Listen, number one for me this week, because Raw was here, and this is not the Raw review show. You just heard the executive consultant. They come back, I think, at 10 o'clock tonight, guys, to come listen to them. But it's okay. We digress because we're talking about it now and later. You know, you remember when you was a kid, they were about 10 cents, maybe 15 for some of you younger folks. So now and later. But right now, I'm going to give you the last time is now. And if you some bitches don't enjoy what we got. Now, here's the thing. Going into this week, last week, we had hosts, we had guests. Everybody's not too hype about WrestleMania right now. That's been the consensus right now. This is why people I know who don't have a ticket yet believe they're going to get in the building at WrestleMania because it's not the hottest right now. And it's not. Let's be real. For those who say, oh, he a WWE mark. Slow your roll. I'm a wrestling mark. And I'm not even excellent, but I can become excellent like those who are the wrestling marks of excellence. What's going on, Nephew Corey? What's going on, Champ Creed and that crew? Now, when you're talking about wrestling and knowing what wrestling is, you have to know when there's ups and there's downs. I know some of you guys are afraid to go ahead and say, what's up, girl? How you doing? Okay, you looking nice. Can I take you to dinner? You know, that's not tricking. You know what I'm saying? If she looks good enough, you should be actually go to dinner. I mean, you going to eat, right? She got to eat, right? Why not eat with you? I know some of y'all are afraid of that, but as you go up and down and hot and cold, we played Double Dutch last week. Y'all saw I failed in the commercial, right? That's what's this storyline. And everything for this week, I swear, the one thing Triple H does very good, I will give him this, Vaughn. I will give him this, Dice. He knows how to play what the fans are saying on social media.
Contrary to everybody going out there and saying, you know, online or whatever, this is where they're going. I know. I talked to a dude to another dude that talked to a dude that said he knew this. I can tell you none of them know.
But he knew how to listen to what the people were saying. And you know what they said? John Cena. I'm sorry. That's wrong. I apologize. Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Hill Cena. They don't want him to go one-on-one with Cody and on that microphone. Cody finishing the story was always going to be very difficult to do. Fans have understand that. Well, I will come back to. I will circle back to that. Okay, but here's the thing about this right here. Here's the thing about how y'all haven't liked this. How y'all said, and I quote, they're keeping Cena safe. I mean, Cody safe from Cena. And hey, Mad Dog, you know you are. This shirt, it fits London. You complained for about a week in our chat how dumb this shirt was. You know what? It is kind of dumb. But you know what? We're wrestling fans. We're all kind of dumb. If you're buying some shit that has another man's name on it, you're an idiot. I got all kind of Michael Vick jerseys and Randall Cunningham jerseys and somebody else's name on the back. I'm just a fan. It's short for fanatic. You're fanatical. This is where we are. So this shirt, I dig it. Because he came up with the top on his back. Y'all better get with it now because I'm gone. I'm going to leave. And you're a sucker duck. And all you've ever done is steal money from a billionaire's kid. And you're thinking this is the coup de grace right here, right? Now, Cody didn't pause it, but he said You're a dick and your pants bigger than you are the microphone. What? I'm not watching even if I notice that I'm in the gym room and he may be, you know, kind of where he's at, I'm not going to mention to him, yo, dog, yo, you got some nice broad shoulders. We just don't do that as men, okay? The most we go, yo, oh, that's a nice smell good, yo. What's that? That's and even that's a little intimate. What cologne are you wearing? Okay, if I know you for sure, I might definitely say to you, no, yo, you smell kind of good, Z. Vaughn, you smell like, what's that, yo? Oh, what you know about Izzy Miyake? Oh, y'all still don't know about that? I mean, that's only like 20 years old. Y'all still don't know about Izzy Miyake? I digress. Okay. What you know about Fahrenheit? Oh, you say you smoke? Oh, I'm gonna stop. We ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there about the Fahrenheit. You know what you be doing, right? And he came and said, but they never told me I couldn't wrestle. Oh, that's what the internet's been saying, right? John Cena, Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, the GOAT, Hill, Cena can't wrestle. Oh, God. How many shows have I done on that, Dice? How many times? It's like, I've been up all night. Well, what else can you say, right? It's like saying your daddy. No offense, Dusty. I love you. If you even notice in my commercial, Dusty, when I said, fuck your son, I removed you from it so your face wasn't there no more because I didn't want you to know that you could hurt me when I ever get a chance to come to heaven. And, you know, I got you, Dusty. So I even, you know, but back to your son, you know what I mean? Mr. Stardust and all that kind of stuff. You know, I've been a fan, Dusty. So let me get to the show. All right, Dusty, as he approved me to continue to go on, right? He said, yeah, but you still are my hero. First of all, how many heroes Cody Rhodes got? I mean, Randy was his hero, right? Randy was his hero. Hell, Rock was his hero. He carries the belt like Ric Flair because Ric Flair was his hero, right? When people say, oh my God, Cody can't carry the belt like a champion. You dummy. I thought you was an intelligent wrestling fan. Listen to Mike Knoxxx. You don't listen to him? You should call in 516-259-9517 and talk to the brother. He's okay. He's all right. You know, I tried to hit that Jay-Z line, Dice. You know what I mean? He one nights him. You know what I'm saying? That was that kind of verbiage I was kind of going. I didn't stick the landing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like Lil Weezy. I don't just off the dome. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so you saw that was going. I gotta stop. I'm on my game right now. You see me right now flowing. So this man comes out, and I gotta say this through all the verbal jabs. Okay. This was a horrible exchange. Did anybody see how stiff my man Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, the GOAT, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Iyo Sky looked when he did it? Hold on, you got me? All right, hold on. If I was the Raw review show, matter of fact, I'm calling into the Raw review show right now with a pre-message that I need Big Willie Steaming Billy Beeman to get up and demonstrate, because he likes to demonstrate things and do Thriller and stuff like that. How that coup de grace, not the coup, what they call it, the Rhodes Cutter, whatever, you know what they call it, Crossroads happened. Okay, look at it. What's the point of pointing to the sun in the gun? What you part of the gun club again? You got the guns out, Cody? You know, nice suit was on. She was in London, had the stripes. They wear stripes in London. So I mean, his suit game's always on top. And then before I get off of this, and Honey be calling in soon. We get Michaela's wondering about WWE coming up as well soon. But fans like Cody or don't like Cody versus Cena don't understand. They're even saying, because we know we got some things going to come up here, that even they shouldn't be the main event. Saying they shouldn't be the main event is like in the 90s. I'm gonna make it equal opportunity. In the 90s, Topanga said, just go get a condom. We can do it. You ever see Booty Call? And y'all don't go get some condoms. Why would you not put Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, to GOAT Cena versus Cody Rhodes as the main event at WrestleMania because somebody else may not be the main event? Let me tell you why. Whether you like Cody or don't like Cody. Look at my face. Did you not see the way those kids still act for that boy when he comes out? That tells you right there. He's still a big deal. And he's still your world heavyweight champion. And he's going against the biggest WWE world heavyweight champion there is. When I call him Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, the GOAT Cena, all that good stuff, it's an homage because although I don't think Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, we still call him the GOAT because he got 7 rings. Okay, it doesn't matter how great you think Peyton Manning was or John Elway was or, you know, Aaron, I got 1 ring Rodgers is. This man had 7. Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT Hill Cena is the GOAT of WWE. He's not my GOAT. He's not even my GOAT of WWE. But what they put before me in my lifetime, seeing, you know who he is, seeing Bruno Sammartino, I wasn't alive for that, but after me, they came in. Like him or don't like him, whatever you think about him, he was their GOAT for years. He was the reason why we're all still here. Stone Cold Steve Austin may have came and propelled it. The Rock may have propelled it. Some would say Taker. I don't know why, but they would. Either way, he's still that guy. Whether I say F him or not in this storyline, the same way I said F the Rock in WrestleMania 28, which I was wrong about. Damn it, Rock, I should have known you were going to win. That's why you're on my wall now. Okay, moving on. So, we get to this bloodbath. And I like to say bloodbath. Okay. Who said Cody Cena would not be the main event? The same jabronis who wanted Cody versus Roman Reigns last year. Listen, it's out there, bro. Okay. Grand Body P. It's out there. I've seen it on multiple pages. Right. I can't, because, I'm going to say what my sources told me that this was going to happen because my sources know what the internet does not know, because I know that if I go to the internet, I can find anything. But what a good citizen reporter should do, especially if you're taking this up in school, right? Because there's nobody going out to people's houses no more, knocking on doors, going to arenas, spending their own hard-earned money to go interview these wrestlers. They get their information off the internet. So at least what you can do is, and I even called one of my friends out here because he got fixed up. I'm sitting here. Yo, Vaughn, you took my pictures? He was like, yeah, you had the best pictures there was out there. You know what I could have said to him, Vaughn, who just asked me? I stole them too. Right? But the thing is, you give credit when you take something. Don't say my sources. You don't have a source. We don't have sources. I mean, some of us do, right? And I don't want to hear y'all tell me that it's Fightful, okay? Because last time I checked, everybody got a Fightful bell ringing, right? Like you have your bell notification ringing for when on pay-per-view wrestling go live as well, right? Simple as that, right? So we all have the bell notifications. What we do know is that we thought that he had to take up for his brother because there's no sign on Jey Uso. There is no sign on main event. Oh my God, he has a shirt that says WrestleMania main event Jey Uso. Yeah, we all thought that. Here's the biggest misconception after Big Jim with the big blood on this big outfit got bloody today. Well, he wasn't handcuffed. He was like, what they call those little plastic wire things? That's how my $1 million man belt's held together. No lie. Because it broke. It's like 23 years old. All the clips broke from it. I got those ties right there that they tied up to the ropes with. That holds my $1 million belt together. All right. Just so y'all know why you don't see it in public anymore. Right. So he ties him to the rope, beats the living dog piss out of Big Jim with the big toe, but he goes home to Naomi. So he's still winning. Okay. And oh my God, look at this. I have to do it for my oos. Before the match, you go back to last week, everything now is before they came to Friday, and we'll get to Friday in a second, and announced that there's going to be a different main event. People were concerned about this being a main event anyway. What night would you main event this on? What I saw from Raw today, this gave this, to me, this was the best show that Raw has given me in a month. This is the first time that Monday Night Raw has made me feel like I'm watching a road to WrestleMania. Anybody else feel that way? I'm going to take a sip. Seriously. Because what we've been watching is a bunch of convoluted, too many what the H is going on storylines within Triple H's booking. And I get them. We can all sit here, and I sit here and do it and critique. But let me make sure things are clear here. So those who say I do one thing, but they don't know what I do, but this is what I actually do. I intend to always speak my truth, but understand no matter what, I love the product I'm watching because I spend money on the product. I spend time on the product. I take my time out of the product. Two things you can't get back, that's time and money. And I give this product that. Okay, so I'm going to still speak my truth. People won't speak their truth. People will come in here and say one thing. They try to play a role. They want to be something that they're not. No, be yourself. Be Mike Knoxxx. That's why I spell it with 3 X's, because I'm not afraid to tell you guys what I think, whether you like it or don't. And Triple H's booking, none of us can book WrestleMania. I love the flattery. I love the flattery from the dozen of y'all who inboxed me last week and WWE had their hiring for storytellers and all that good stuff. I appreciate it. I would love to get that job. But I'm going to keep you with a fact here. My punctuation and shit like that don't run too well. If it ain't up for Chat GPT or Siri, but I get a storyline. It doesn't matter how great you write a story. It has to get approved. And wrestlers today have a lot more say-so in their characters, at least the top stars do, than they used to do before. I never thought this should have been a main event, besides the fact that to save that sign, that imagery at WrestleMania. But then something spoke to me, and it said, that I have voices in my head. They talk to me. Okay, y'all know the song. They talk to me, right? And they said to me, Michael. They didn't call me Mike. They said, Michael, you do know he already had main evented WrestleMania before, don't you? And I sat back. I said, damn it, Oos, he has already main evented WrestleMania. Remember that, guys? When the Usos lost to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens? That's technically a main event. It was. It ended night one. Now, I digress to that. We'll come back to the main event, Jey Uso and the Finish. We get Raw tonight, right? And Bianca Belair, can somebody she's not here yet. And I tried to wait for her to get here. Miss Honeybee, I waited for you to get here. But I just can't wait for this black girl magic moment, this shining moment. Oh, Bianca Belair. I don't know if it was the bronzer, the cocoa butter, the Chanel No. 5, the shea butter, the Victoria sugar spray. Remember that back in the day, the vanilla sugar spray? I don't know what Bianca Belair had on today, but her abs look good. Her shoulders look good. She came out and represented Miss Jackie to the fullest. Bye, baby girl. That's my baby. I told her no matter what, come speak to her daddy. But she grown now. She says, F you, daddy. And just walks out the house while I watch her kid. But, Bianca Belair is a vision and that people need to recognize. And who cares if these fans in the UK don't cheer for black women? We know that's a lie. Because they want her too, okay? Bianca is marvelous. And he's from the UK, so he knows more than I know. But this match happens. Of course, I had to put the pictures up there. That's what I do, right? Bianca Belair getting her Miss Jackie on. Who wore it better, Vaughn? There's a tweet. But I don't want to cause no conflict with black women. You already got the mic is mine, the mic is mine, the mic is mine between the Breakfast Club and all that nonsense that goes on. And we pit black women again. I'm not pitting anything. I'm just curious because they both look good doing it, okay? And Bianca Belair and Miss Jacqueline, okay? Hall of Famer Miss Jacqueline, but who wore it better, okay? I'm going to say Bianca Belair, all right? That's just me. I digress. But this match, now, did anybody think, I thought for just a moment in the match, one of my favorite special referee moments of all time, if it ain't yours, that's okay. This one's mine. Shawn Michaels having to count the 1, 2, 3 with Bret Hart and The Undertaker. And the getting frustrated walk. I thought that was going to happen. And we didn't get that. We got back to as it is right now. It is still not a triple threat. Do we believe we're getting a triple threat? Yes, that's what we believe. But it's a lot of matches not named right now for this 2-night pay-per-view, which is essentially 10 matches, right? So what won't make the Raw go home show? What won't make the SmackDown go home show? What will actually be on night 1 and night 2? We don't know. But right now, baby hair and all that stuff shining, BGM looking, glistening and shining. It's going to be her versus Iyo. As of right now. Now, are we all just terrible to have her versus Iyo? Does that make people really mad? Yeah, it actually does. We want to see her versus Rhea Ripley. That's just what it is. But if we don't get that, I don't care. That's just me. I'm still going to cheer regardless. And we know it's going to be Rhea Ripley's going to be in that match. And the way she ended this tonight, as the bell gets rung by Bianca, she was clearly not happy with her ringing the bell. She smacked her up. She didn't flip her or rub her down, but she said, "Oh no, you are not going to mess with me like that. I don't give a damn." And she delivered this off the top rope to Bianca Belair. And I'm sorry, I love the way that Raw ended. I finally feel like I'm on the road to WrestleMania. I really do. I really 100% finally feel like I'm on the road to WrestleMania right now. And I haven't felt that this entire time that we've been a part of WrestleMania. I just haven't been there. I just haven't. As I respond here. So what do you guys think, right? Real fast to go through the rest of Raw. I'm not a Raw review show that comes on tonight at 10 o'clock. We get Logan Paul showing up doing this thing against AJ Styles. That's clearly going to be a WrestleMania match. So that's one match, right? They're not going to put this on Raw. I don't think so. It's AJ Styles. First of all, no disrespect towards AJ Styles. Logan Paul's in this match. I know it won't be a Raw go home show. It's automatically a Mania match because it's Logan Paul. Nothing against AJ Styles, but if it was just AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, this could easily be a go home show because it's not Logan Paul involved. So that's going to make the match. But I'm going to take a break, come back. My number 2 this week as we get finished on my Raw. If you have something to say about Raw, give a call, especially the stuff happened with Liv Morgan and what she had to say about Finn trying to take all the credit as they beat their match against Penta and Braun Breaker. And I love Dirty Dom. I get his character is that he's this simp who still gets the finest girls. But at some point, I don't know about how long I would want to play the dumb guy. Well, once you get hurt jumping on you and grind on you, you play as long as you want to play it. Listen, we're going to take our first break of the evening, y'all. We'll be right back.
Vince McMahon stopped this man from booking a match. I don't know if y'all know. It's WrestleMania season. There's a story back in the day that Moxley wanted a match with Brock Lesnar. And he was like, "Hey, Brock, I got a couple good ideas. How about I bring a kitchen sink to the match and I just hit you with it?" And Brock was like, "You're a fucking idiot. Get away from me." And I swear to you, in an alternate world, Vince McMahon's like, "Fuck it, pal. Have your match. But Brock, I need you to impale this man. Take him out." And in this alternate world, Jon Moxley gets domed by this fucking kitchen sink by Brock Lesnar and is done with wrestling altogether. In this alternate timeline, AEW doesn't exist because Jon Moxley doesn't exist. Was Brock Lesnar talking to the Joker? "Yeah, that's right, man. I'm Jon Moxley. I'm the world champion, but I don't want to show you my title because I'm too smart. See, it takes me 11 hours to get to Chicago, but only because I drove 7 hours around the block looking for the Chicago Airlines Arena or whatever the fuck it's called." How, Renee, if you're watching, how did you have a baby with this man? Ridiculous.
What do you mean, how she have a baby with that man? Because she finds him attractive. My God, AEW. Boy, listen, that's the Raw Rated R review show coming up later tonight. It's supposed to be about Raw, but they talk a lot of AEW. Steven is not like AEW. But hey, Big Daddy Cool, I have a question for you. Was that a robe? Are y'all becoming the robe team? Because I know Chris don't have enough oomph to have a robe in the house, right? Real men have a robe, a diner's coat or something, some pajamas, some adult pajamas too, not a t-shirt and some checker pants. You have some real pajamas, smoker jacket kind of even. You know what I mean? Like Gator. Y'all remember Gator? Y'all remember what Gator talking about? Okay, Gator got bitches. So I'm going to say about that, okay? So if you don't know who Gator is, you're going to find out later in this program that it's listen.
Boots and hoes. I gotta have me my boots and hoes.
It's that simple. But let's go ahead and talk about what happened on Friday night. Oh, listen, people. I put a post up today on my wall, and y'all see what I got on, right? Y'all should know by now when I do a show, if something happened that great with that artist that I like, I'm going to wear their gear. All right, that's my tale. SmackDown happens. And last week on Raw, right, we discussed this. It wasn't nothing final. I think it's what wrestling fans do. That I came up with something else didn't come up with. And we were like, could this be a main event of the show? And in that talk about could this be the main event of the show, we kind of asked ourselves, well, why would it be? Right? Why would this be the main event? And I was asked, and I said, well, yeah, you have 3 of the biggest wrestlers on the planet. That's enough for me. May not be enough for people, and clearly it's not. Clearly it's not. But I'm going to tell you why this is that damn good to me and why it should main event, why it's going to main event. And I don't give a damn if it's night 1 or night 2, which one it main events. Why this is bigger than Jonathan, Horatio, Rodriguez, the GOAT, Tom Brady, Hill, Cena. Because for the first time, I'm not sure if Cena's going to win at WrestleMania. I want him to. I think he deserves to, but I just don't know if he wins at Mania. So for that reasoning, it should not be. If he does not win, if he's not going over, let me just say that, then it will be night 1 WrestleMania main event, in my opinion, despite Cody Rhodes. Now, some would say, even saying that, that's a smack to Cody Rhodes' face, right? The work that he's done. You know, I'm not this smart, right? So I get my sources from people who know more than me. Look at the ratings when Roman Reigns is on television versus when Roman Reigns is not on TV. And I dare someone to say to me the bullshit he said to me before that I hated before when they said this bullshit. And so when every time I hear somebody say, well, oh my God, he's a part-timer.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
Now wonder you got 3 people listening to your show every single week because you actually think this shouldn't be the main event. And not because your fandom gets in the way, which that happens. Trust me, I'm a fan. Hello. When you think about it, when you sit here and say things to me, or I hear people say, rather, Brock Lesnar's a main eventer. I mean, a part-timer. He shouldn't get this. When that man steps in the building, the crowd goes wild. Logan Paul, who as a person I'm not a fan of, but as a competitor of the WWE, I think he's head and shoulders the greatest we've seen come in this early since Kurt Angle. Hear what I say when I say that. He's a celebrity, first of all. He wasn't trained. At least Kurt Angle was trained in Greco-Roman wrestling. But the personality that comes with Kurt Angle, it's why for years, and we had this to all my pages as well, put this in the chat, Vaughn, or tweet this out, AJ Styles versus RVD. You know, RVD was, AJ Styles was phenomenal, the pun intended. But I didn't know AJ Styles entertaining, which is probably my fault, right? I didn't pay enough attention in TNA because someone would say, "Oh, you didn't see this." I saw him in TNA. I didn't think it didn't work for me there. But when he came to WWE, I get it. It went all together. RVD from day one and Extremely Championship Wrestling to me was the best thing that company's ever had. I don't care about Taz. I don't care about Raven. I don't care about Tommy Dreamer. No. Mike Awesome. Love Mike Awesome. No. The greatest ECW wrestler of all time is Rob Van Dam. That's why I watched. Why do you watch Roman Reigns? They have been singing these horrible songs to the crowd for the last few weeks, since France and all those other things took place, right? So for a while now. But only Roman can be arrogant enough to
sing to your tribal chief. It's just beautiful.
Roman Reigns. It's just so great. It's amazing that you know how to sing to your tribal chief. That's why he's in the main event of WrestleMania. And I don't want to hear this bullshit, right? And that's what I've heard over this whole entire weekend. Remember, this is the Mike Knoxxx show. Let me stop. I don't want to get in trouble. People don't like how I operate around here. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I'm going to say this publicly because I know you're watching. We're talking about these part-timers, right? Just call me Brock fucking Lesnar of Unpopular Review. I'm going to be Mike Knoxxx and let you know still when I'm being Mike Knoxxx.
Breaking news. This just in. The thoughts and opinions of Mike Knoxxx solely belong to Mike Knoxxx and does not represent Unpopular Review's wrestling in any way. Now back to the show for the intelligent wrestling fans.
As I bring in my beautiful co-host, Miss Honeybee, to the program. How you doing, girl?
Hi, everybody.
I'm just going off right now. I'm not sure if you heard it. I'm going off right now, right? Because this is main event. CM Punk for 10 years left this company. And for 10 years, go back and watch Stephanie McMahon's little podcast. I shouldn't say little, right? Her great podcast that she has. And she has to make fun of, well, yeah, guess what? He ain't coming back. All those jokes. They screamed this man in every arena for 10 years, but now y'all saying he doesn't deserve to have the main event. Why? Because he got hurt? We talked about this before. Dice and myself, and I talked on everybody's shows, talked about it. You know, man, if he don't do it now, when can he do it? He's brittle. All right, that's what it is. He's brittle. He's as brittle as you fans are fickle. Okay? If not now, then when? And I don't want to hear, this is what I also heard, Honeybee. This is disrespectful to the winner of the Raw. Don't even say the Royal Rumble winner gets a title shot no more. Main event. They never said that. They have never said the winner gets a main event at WrestleMania.
That is true.
They say that opponent gets to do what? Have a title shot opportunity at WrestleMania. Now, I do think somewhere I might be a little wrong. I think they used to say that, but I know that recently they've gotten away from that. All it does is guarantee you a match at WrestleMania for the title. Doesn't say when. Go up my wall. Go Google it. They're talking about it everywhere. I know I'm right on this one. For those who know more than this than I do, they found the proof. Okay. Seth freaking Rollins. Hey, did you watch Raw? Anthony, did you watch Raw? I talked about it a second ago. You want to talk about it some more? To just stay tuned. But yes, I saw Raw. It was the best Raw they've had to go home. Well, they ain't go home show yet. Best Raw they've had so far on this road to WrestleMania, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. And look at my tribal chief. Just one more time for those who don't understand.
The way you sing to your tribal
Just turn it up a little bit.
Just beautiful.
He knows how to take advantage of crowds. This is why he doesn't need Paul Heyman anymore. He needed Paul Heyman to become the tribal chief, Honeybee, but no longer does he need him. This is the main event. However, this was not the favor. Seth saying, I will never like you ever again. This is the reason why. I love that Roman said the most craziest shit out of his mouth real fast, Honeybee. He said this shit because this one tickled me pink.
It's only been me. You've been here, but I've done all the work.
I did all the work.
I've made this place what it is today.
I've made this place what it is today.
I took us to the level that we are here
the
today.
Level we are here today.
I made this place
I
better than
made
we found it.
I found this
made
crew.
us desirable to Netflix. I'm the one that took us into billion-dollar deals. Tell me what you've done, huh?
Tell me what you have done. Listen. He has every point in the world. What has Seth freaking Rollins done to be in this main event? That's the only argument, Kings, you should have. Because, you know, I guess technically he beat CM Punk. Right? So that gets him this opportunity. But hey, Honeybee, your take. If you want to go back to Raw, we can do that because the ladies did their thing. Bianca Belair. Oh, yeah.
Wait. Okay, so wait. I was watching it, but I've had a very long day. So when I was watching it, I kind of fell asleep.
Oh, no. Like Chris on Collision.
When I woke up, first of all, I was supposed to go pick my mom up. That's why I had to go pick my mom up from the train, pick my sister up from work. My mom called me like, where you at? I'm like, I have no idea. I was so confused. I'm
Lost
like,
in translation.
Man, I was so confused. So I gotta sit back and watch that match because I really wanted to sit and watch that Rhea and Iyo match. So
Well, you should go watch that match. I won't spoil nothing besides this beautiful black girl.
And between her, Naomi, and Jade, they have body goals that I need to work on.
Do
I gotta
you
get
not
back in the
see
gym.
this right here?
I got to get in the gym because
every man who I kind of like this Roman middle hell, but trying to be cool, COVID through 2024, hated him. I've never hated Roman Reigns. This makes me want to get my ass at the gym. Like you can't have a girl look like that and you look like you look. Y'all know who you are. Right. You know what I'm saying? What's you gonna do with that? But what do you think about this being the main event of WrestleMania?
Well, I think it's a good idea. Like you said, nobody said that winning the Royal Rumble is a guaranteed main event at WrestleMania. But even though it has been like that for the past some odd years or whatever, but times are changing and that's okay. It's not the end of the world. So I'm okay with this being a main event. I feel like it's gonna be a bunch of shenanigans, probably some, I don't know, pop-ups or something. Maybe if I don't know. I feel like this whole favor is either CM Punk is going to win and he's going to take Paul, or Paul's probably turning on Roman to help CM Punk, and that's how he wins. Because I don't see any different outcome outside of this.
See, everybody's saying, well, Seth's in this match to take the pin. And I know this ain't the WrestleMania go home show and that stuff yet, but I'm gonna say it right here, and I've reserved the right to change my mind because I'm a walking contradiction. Okay, he helps Seth Rollins. None of them needs him anymore, as far as is that concerned. Right? You can't say, well, he needs him. He can work with him better. Blah 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 blah. He's turned on Punk before, right? He hasn't turned on. Seth has never had anybody. I know people say, well, Plan B, Triple H. And that was Triple H made one little statement, but Seth has pretty much always been on his own. He's never had a mouthpiece for him, and nor does he need a mouthpiece.
True.
Okay, in that segment. But I can see him being Paul Heyman. Just I don't know. Just I can see that happening. It doesn't. Whatever. We all move on. We digress from there. But I can definitely see this happening. But I just couldn't stand people are out there saying how is this the main event? Why would this be the main event? This shouldn't be a main event match. How is CM Punk is going to just poor Jey Uso? Well, I'm sorry, just 2 weeks ago, y'all didn't want to say shit about Jey. It was he doesn't deserve to be in the main event. Now y'all mad he ain't there. You've already seen a crowd go crazy for his entrance. So when I see Jey Uso's now, if he wins, it can't be no bigger than what we've already seen, although it could be bigger because it's still in WrestleMania time. What's going on, Jeffrey?
Yeah. Hey, Jeffrey.
So I still can see that being there. But I thought that this was just phenomenal. And what made the segment to me all the way was Roman Reigns just being as cocky as Roman Reigns can be. And like, even when CM Punk, he gets the news that he's going to have the main event at WrestleMania, and it's supposed to be a tearjerker moment. It made me say again how fans can be fickle. If you're a fan of CM Punk, this is beautiful. I'm a fan of CM Punk, so this is beautiful to me. If you're not, then you're wondering why. But the intelligent wrestling fan of you should realize he does deserve it. Like y'all have all these chants of you deserve it and all these other things that come out. Does he deserve to be there in this moment, wrestling storyline wise? Maybe not. But we all know this ain't the world of 1987 and 1999. This isn't that world anymore. We live in a reality era. He's done a lot for this company. He's come back to this company. He's a superstar in this business.
And future Hall of Famer. We're not going to take that from him.
Give it to him. Give him what he wants. But even in this moment, Honeybee Roman's like, yeah, get on your knee. Tell me it's because you're tribal chief. Yeah, you're right. It's all because of me. And he goes, yeah, but that's not the damn favor. So that makes everybody start scrambling again, Honeybee. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, this is me. He's going to be in night 1 and night 2? No, it does not mean that.
I don't see that.
I don't see that at
all. This favor, the only thing I can think of is it's got something to do with Paul. Or the fact that if he wins, then maybe next WrestleMania or something, he's guaranteed a spot somewhere.
Next
at the
WrestleMania,
end,
you think
or-
CM Punk can last that long not being hurt? That's why I thought they were giving it to him now. I don't think he has a year.
You
can't guarantee a year from now he will get a title shot. You just can't. I don't think that's good business. They say what's bad for business. Bad for business is making sure that you say 6 months from now, CM Punk's going to be able to physically do something. I don't think that's a good idea. That's just me. All three guys have beef with each other. That's why I'm sorry, I got something on my screen. I can't see it all the way. The story. That's why it's the main event and 3 top stars in it. That's me too, Jeffrey. It's no other reason because it's 3 top stars in this business and nothing else matters. That's just because I think also people forget WrestleMania is not Starrcade. WrestleMania is not All In. It's not a wrestling show. Never has been. It never will be. Now, if you're the wrestling fan and say, that's why I don't watch it, and that's why I think this is crap, hey, you're entitled to it. I'm going to tell you that I think that you think that it's crap. Okay? Because wrestling has been, has always will be, and will never stop being from the inception of professional wrestling. Wrestling is hashtag storyline. Okay? You have no story. Wrestlers don't matter. Doesn't matter. So this is 3 of the biggest guys ever, or in this company in the last 15 years. Okay. There's no guarantee that Punk would stay healthy for the next 6 months, let alone April next year. Yeah. So
touche,
pussycat. So with that being said, Michaela wanted to do her segment. She's having trouble sending it over to me. So I'm going to take a break, come back with this week in wrestling history and get back into this show because frankly, this main event, what's the favor? Comment below. Let me know because Jey Uso and them are not the main event. We'll be right back here on Unpopular View Entertainment. No, Unpopular View Wrestling. This is the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Check it Brian Keith and Big Bill came out and they said, well, we want the titles. And like, well, win a match. So
no one gives a shit. Okay? No one cares. You can take you know, I got the mama coming out of me right now. Get in the corner, put the little hug t-shirt on, and give each other a hug and get over it. Okay? If you can't get over it, go to your rooms, shut the doors. I don't want to hear it. Okay? Thunder Tits comment. Okay?
Their name
is
Thunder Tits. Yes.
Thunder Tits.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Their team name is literally Thunder Tits. And I
do. I hate that word.
So don't worry. So later on in the show, I'll make sure I introduce him as that then. Don't worry. I got you.
I thought he had wrote Tony Storm wants her tits back. I'm like, oh, well.
Wow.
In my, prenuptial agreements, my one out is going to be Jon Moxley. Okay.
Prenuptial agreements. You have a hall pass for Jon Moxley?
And he has a whole pass for Jon Moxley.
He's gonna bleed all over you. You better not take him on a date.
Okay. We'll be right back. I think the internet, so we'll be right back, y'all. But this week in wrestling.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man. NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you this week in wrestling history with King Von.
Go ahead, Vaughn. That's you.
All right, cool. Thank you. It kept replaying. But anyway, of course, thank you very much. This is King Von Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast, and Perfect Plex Talk Radio here to give you the weekend wrestling history. And this is, special WrestleMania edition. So, of course, March 29th, 1987, we all know WrestleMania 3 took place at the Pontiac Silverdome for over 93,000 people. Of course, the best match that night was Savage versus Steamboat. And then, of course, the main event was the main event, of course, was the leg drop and body slam and leg drop match when Hogan versus Andre. Of course, 1998 WrestleMania 14 took place. Stone Cold defeated Shawn Michaels to win his first WWF Championship with Mike Tyson as a special enforcer. Of course, on the same day in 2010, Shawn Michaels announced his retirement after WrestleMania 26. Of course, as far as 2015. WrestleMania 31 took place, and of course that's when Seth Rollins cashed in to win the WWE Championship on, against, of course, interfering with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar's match. March 30th, 2003, WrestleMania 19 took place, and of course that was known for Rock versus Austin 3, Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. Those are the big three matches. As far as on the same day in 2008, WrestleMania 24 took place. Shawn Michaels retired Ric Flair. Undertaker defeated Edge for the World Heavyweight Championship. March 31st, 1985, WrestleMania 1 took place. Of course, on the same day, 1996, WrestleMania 12 took place. Iron Man match with Shawn Michaels defeating Bret Hart for the WWF Championship. April 1st, 1990, WrestleMania 6 took place, Hogan versus Warrior. Of course, 2001, WrestleMania 17 took place, Rock Austin 2, TLC 2. 2007, WrestleMania 23 took place. Of course, John Cena defeated Shawn Michaels, and Undertaker defeated Batista. WrestleMania 28 took place in 2012. Rock defeated Cena, and of course, we had the end of an era match with Taker defeated Triple H in a Hell in a Cell match. Of course, on April 2nd, 1989, WrestleMania 5 took place. The Mega Powers Explode match. 1995, WrestleMania 11, Diesel defeated Shawn Michaels. Of course, around 2014, WrestleMania 30 took place. Daniel Bryan, Yeselmania, and Brock Lesnar ended the streak. April 4th, 1993, that WrestleMania 9, rather not talk about. April 5th, 2009, WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. Greatest match of all time. Birthdays, March 28th, Mr. Perfect will turn 67. March 30th, Mike Rotunda turns 67. And of course, I'm just skipping through April 1st, Randy Orton turns 45. And as you week in wrestling history, Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man. NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Thank you for dropping the knowledge on that ass. Hey, I'm back. I am Mike Knoxxx, joined with Honey B here in the place to be on the MIC, and I'm MIKE. Here's that old school. That's like that 1988, right? You can tell we couldn't rap shit back in 1988. Jesus Christ! Unless your name was LL Cool J or Rakim or Big Daddy Kane, the rest of y'all sucked. All right. Kid and Play. I actually messed with Kid and Play. Yeah, well, you know what? I take that all back. We were dope back then. KRS-One, all that shit. But listen, number 3 on my sleeve this week. But I just said we're gonna go real fast. Does he deserve to have the main event or something? I don't think so. Talked about it earlier on Raw, and his brother having, his big brother, Big Jim with the big blood all over his face because he got big Naomi going home to. But no, he doesn't need to be in the main event. We've seen it already. We've seen his rise. Yes, it'd be more people doing this than you got here, but we've seen these crowds, and that moment is still, it's already happened to me. Mm-hmm. So for me, I don't think it's disrespectful towards him not being in the main event. I think it's no more disrespectful towards Gunther. They just aren't clicking right now, and fans don't feel this rivalry for it to be a WrestleMania main event. Honorable mention this week. They talked about it on Collision, and I love to give my black girl magic their love. My black girls. I'm a girl dad, and I love it. Athena and Mercedes Moné. About damn time. That's all I gotta say.
I just want to find out or say that I have been an Athena Ember Moon fan since she was in WWE. Do I wish she was back in WWE? Yes, I do, but I am glad she's thriving elsewhere. People need to see who she is and what she can do in the ring. The girl is cold. The girl is very, very cold.
That don't mean freezing, y'all. That means she's tight. She's hot. She's like that. No cap. What you order? Is that Chinese food back there?
Chinese's.
Okay, you always tell a Chinese food bag, right? Because it keeps the receipt on top. Hey, folks, been feeling depressed today due to unfortunate circumstances, but today's episode is carrying me through a bit. Thank you, folks. Listen, we thank you, Mike. We can always be here for you, brother. Tune in, lock in. There it is, Jeffrey. Where you at, B? Where you at, Honey B? Where's my BGM? Oh, she give me one hand. We remixing it. Remixing it. Listen, y'all gotta check for this. I'm sorry, and I know Dice's favorite line is, these old motherfuckers gotta get replaced. And I always say that's not completely fair. But when an old person says some dumb shit like Kevin Nash said, was you lazy when you took the money and had the finger poke of doom?
What did he
Y'all
say?
forget those moments, right? They forget that Mickie James, who got on these girls last night on LFG about their asses being all, but did I not see your ass out forever to this point that my man backstage still be like, yo, Mickie James's ass? Like, I think sometimes these older people forget that we used to do certain shit and that we did certain things. And they gave her the pen to write in her story how she wants to. At least that's what we think we know, because we don't know. That's what we believe we know from our sources. She can do whatever she want to do. And that continues to win all the titles she want to win. She wins those titles. I don't care. Okay. But this right here should happen. It's supposed to be happening at Destiny. Hopefully it does. But that's my honorable mention this week right there. This is a beautiful scene, seeing all these beautiful sisters with these belts and these titles. It is something to be said about it, because there was a once upon a time I lived where NWA wrestling was just as important. WCW for y'all was just as important as WWE. Starrcade was never bigger than WrestleMania, but it was still a big fucking deal. Okay. I saw those comments too, Jeffrey. It was crazy. Hey, what's going on, girl? It was crazy hearing Katie curse. I told that to be known. Tits everywhere. Okay. But moving on from that, number 4. You're crazy. I'm not putting Survivor Series over Starrcade. You're tripping. Starrcade was their WrestleMania. Maybe Great American Bash. Of course, it's WrestleMania. Of course. But going into WrestleMania this year, how do y'all feel about matches now being nominated, Honeybee, for Wrestle?
I feel like they're trying to overlook the people we've been asking to be put into the Hall of Fame, so now they're just trying to pull shit out of their ass. If y'all want to add matches, y'all should have did this years ago. First of all,
Vince wasn't that intuitive.
Well, even still, if we were gonna, I just feel like certain people should have been Hall of Famers by now. Like
Disco Inferno? Disco Inferno. Okay, I'm sorry. That's Wonderkin?
No.
JTG and Chad Gaspar. Absolutely.
I can see that one. Who am I trying to think of? Like, RVD should have been in a long time ago. I feel like Christian should have been in it a long time ago.
Christian still works for the company.
I get that, but so
Doink the Clown for a Hall of Fame. I think Doink the Clown is in a Hall of Fame.
I don't know if he is or not.
I believe everybody has a right to go in the Hall of Fame if you participated. That's just me, right? If you were significant, let me rephrase that. If you were significant and has, like Titus O'Neil, for his philanthropy work for the company. I know I said that wrong, completely fucked up, and tripping. I know he doesn't like that, but it's what he's going to be remembered for, unfortunately. And I hate that he's going to be remembered for that. But
is Teddy Long in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Right. I'm that believer, because I can't. That's the biggest thing that I think is funny about people, right? Whether it's sports, wrestling, entertainment, they can't rap, they can't sing, they can't wrestle. Can your ass?
Right.
Right. Did you even try? Like, I get the whole Al Bundy moments. That shit happened 30 years ago, my guy. Stop fucking talking about it. I get it. But 30 years ago, I still was the shit. Was you? You know what I'm saying? And right. So I carry that, though. You know what I mean? So, like, if you haven't done anything but sitting on your fat ass all day, you can't talk. So, and I get what it's Trick Williams for Hall of Fame. I see that in the thing. Trick Williams can't even be brought up right now because bringing up people from NXT ain't what it used to be.
Yeah.
When you came up from NXT before, you knew you had big things to go on. That's not happening more. Maybe I'm biased with this one. I always say if I'm biased, I will openly say that. This is literally my top 5 WrestleMania matches of all time. I watch it every year when it's WrestleMania season. I don't watch it all year long, all that. But when it's WrestleMania time, I sit down, I buckle into my 10 favorite matches. This is my top 5 match. This match made Stone Cold Steve Austin. Not the whole, you over there pumping and saying your body. No, 316. No, none of that matters that he did that. That's a great moment that helps you say, who? The Hollywood Blonde? The Ringmaster? That made you look. But this match made you say, because he went against the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, with at the time the world's most dangerous man being a special guest referee who should be in the Hall of Fame, Ken Shamrock, which I think he is in the Hall of Fame. Okay? As the special enforcer referee. And this match is the reason why there's no more barbs or how you call them, those rails outside the ring, because he dives, he misses and busts his head open. This wasn't a scratch moment. This wasn't a rail moment. He really busted his fucking head open, But this match, I do think it should have been maybe putting matches in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. I can't say I don't think they should have been did it. They're doing it now.
Because at the end of the day, like, you would give us what, a good 8 to 8 people every year in the Hall of Fame. You know how long that was? Some of them should have been replaced with matches, and then the next year put in the Hall of Fame and do some more matches. Like, I feel like they should have picked and choose, like, give us 4 Hall of Famers and 4 Hall of Fame matches. Do something like that, or instead of just grouping everybody. It went through so many Hall of Fame groups at once. It almost feels like now there is nobody to put in the Hall of Fame.
There's still plenty of people putting in the Hall of Fame. There's still plenty of people putting in the Hall of Fame. And the question, if I'm asked, would I want to climax now or later? As long as I climax, it doesn't matter.
I get that. Believe me, I get that. But I just feel like some people should have gotten it a long time ago. Like Batista, for a good example, Vaughn just said, Batista should have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago. He's definitely.
You think Batista won't go? But that's the thing. You don't think Batista's good. Batista's going to go in the Hall of Fame. Here's the thing I would tell wrestling fans, right? If you put everybody in great right away, then how does it continue to go on and on? How the NBA does it, the NFL does it. There's always names. Been in it now.
Huh? I feel like most of the greats have been in it now.
There's still plenty of greats. You got to look at something like right now with Bret Hart going in. I saw this, and I know Vaughn would like to mention this. This is going to be his third. He's going to be a 3-time Hall of Famer, first ever, because he's in there for himself as Bret the Hitman Hart. He's in there for the Hart Foundation. And that's going to be there for this first match that's listed.
3. I feel like 2 of those could have went to somebody else.
But if you think of top matches of all time, aren't those guys in the Hall of Fame anyway?
Yes. So again, are we doing this to just repeatedly give the same people the Hall of Fame?
Too many people have been
running
inducted.
out of people.
I don't think that too many people have been inducted. And here's the reason why. I think right there: Sid Vicious, Miss Elizabeth, Demolition needs to get in. Right there's still a lot of. You just said Batista. There's still so many names. I'm going to just reiterate: if you put everybody in good, what happens in 2029? Who goes in the Hall of Fame then? You know what I'm saying? You got to spread it out.
It should be,
and it should always be. I like
wrestling.
I think it's always done that. I think it's always focused on. To me, this is how I thought. This is how I seen it. You have your big headliner, right, which is your GOAT star.
Yeah.
To your mid card, right. To your people, somebody new, and your entertainment. That's the order of the Hall of Fame. I'm okay with it. Again, I think this is one of those things that people want to complain about. Is it Apple? Is it Android? Is it Sony? Is it Xbox? Is it Marvel? Or DT? Fuck you. I like them all.
True enough.
There's always room for Jello. Bill Murray taught me that in Ghostbusters 1982. Follow suit. All right. Now, honorable mentions. We were supposed to talk about this last week real quick. Sasha Banks has value. Monet has value now because of All Elite Wrestling. Cody has more value because of what AEW were able to do. Same with CM Punk. Same with, because this thing's in my way as it's in the way. Thank you. Same with Jon Moxley coming to AEW. Ricky Starks to Saints was said by this guy who I personally believe has had some really good interviews. I don't like the fact he did an interview with Vlad whatsoever, but what he said in that interview, I think it's really cool. I'm going to go on a venture to say again, because we always saw how we said it earlier in the show, black women versus black women as they pitted things together in history. I'm going to do some black on black crime here because I don't like what Booker T had to say about how he's, and again, that's Booker T's truth, right? That's what he knows. But I also think, as I said, these old guys, they forget Vince McMahon said the N-word right in front of you. Was that progressive at that point in time? Triple H and Ric Flair told you to get my bags, boy. Fetch my bags was the word they used, because you're an entertainer and that's all your people are good at. It's entertaining. So entertain me, book. So let's not act like it's always been what we see now in NXT and the women being on top, because there's still an open road to how come we don't see no black male talent on the main roster being successful. Yeah. And I know we can have the argument about who was successful in the black main roster to be as a solo act. All I can think about was Bobby Lashley. The only name I could think of behind that would be Tez, but he's in a tag team, and I'm cool with that. So that's another argument for another day. But him saying this comment, that guys like CM Punk was a star before he came to AEW. Right. That didn't help him. If Ricky Starks was helped out so much by AEW, he'd have went straight to the main event roster and not NXT. Just my opinion. Mm-hmm. Did it help Cody Rhodes? Absolutely. We saw the feud today where Jonathan the Ratio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, Goat Hill Cena said, hey, you had to go somewhere else to get famous because you couldn't get famous here. And now you're, penalized. So I give him that. Mercedes Moné, I'm sorry. Her star bright, first star I see tonight has dwindled. And I just mentioned her in an honorable mention because I think they should be admitted for what she's done. But let's not kid ourselves and say she's a bigger star now. There would be no now without the WWE. And I think when you're on the other grass on the other tree and you got that big, amazing contract and you're doing what you want to do and you love it, you can say stuff that doesn't make any sense to people like myself. But I'm going to sit here and call, as the kids would say, that's cap. Okay? That is complete cap. I move on. I got to say this about AEW. Swerve told the truth. About Booker T, yes. I got to say SmackDown and Dice, I'm going to call you out. I know something's going on. I'm going to knock it up. You're not going to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. But my man could not come on and talk what he talks very well, and that's SmackDown last week. And so I'm going to try to see if I can do it for him. SmackDown was fucking good. Mm-hmm. I never, ever asked to see Chelsea Green. I want to see her every single week, Honeybee. How'd you feel about that?
I like the Secret Harvest thing. I'm a fan of that. That shit is cold to me. I'm not mad at it at all. I like this. I just wish the matches I just wish the stories were a little better. Like, give us more people to go after that title and make it into something. Whether she wins every week or not. Huh?
You don't believe it's Selena Vega?
I believe it's Selena Vega.
Yeah. Your Chinese bag is weighs more than Selena Vega.
I mean, I like Selena. She's not bad.
Yeah, we like her too.
But
she ain't no main eventer.
No, not right now.
She got a pretty face. I
feel like they gotta do something like how they did with Liv and put Liv with Rhea and have that big old feud. If they want someone else who's small like Zelina to get up there, they gotta put her in something like throw her in there with Nia or somebody bigger just to really start, well,
they're gonna get smaller because they're bringing in the best luchador in the world, Ray Phoenix, coming in on Friday.
True.
Okay, not Pentagon, who I like, by the way, but not Penta. Right. The heir apparent to Rey Mysterio, y'all get to see on Friday, in my humble opinion, is Ray Phoenix.
Well,
okay, let's see how much they PG-14 his ass. All right. Ooh. This on Friday, right? I told you I'm a walking contradiction, Honeybee. Mm-hmm. For 2 weeks, I came on SmackDown, I think about 2 weeks ago, and also helped co-host that with Dice Man. Meechin ain't a main eventer either. No, Meechin's not even I'm gonna stop there. Okay, she's not.
I don't like her name. So. Please go back to Mia Yim. I swear.
But she can't. The Yams ain't there no more. She's not. We should call her Mia Yams. There's no Yams. No Yamich, as they would say.
Well, still, I don't like this Meechin.
Yeah, Meechin is
her name is really her back.
Names will do that.
Terrible.
I said, "What the fuck is Jacob Fatu's story? Who the fuck are him? Am I supposed to believe what the fuck he is? I don't believe this bullshit. They make he's a monster. He gets choke slammed through the table, gets right the fuck up. This is bullshit. They better stop before they kill him." And then this shit happens. And it wasn't this shit, right? It wasn't this. It was backstage when this debacle ass weapon was over.
This title, I'm bringing it home to the family. And I'm going to do it with you. Without you.
I mean, this is kind of dangerous though, right? Because if he doesn't pop by himself and it gets away from the not line that's blood no more, whatever the hell they are, the group, right? And it looks like Tama is back in line with Shug Sokoa. What does that leave? I'm still not sure if I like it, but it was good enough for me. I thought I should mention it, that I did like that from Friday Night SmackDown. I thought that Pretty Deadly would get a bigger pop in London.
I thought they did. I mean,
that shit was ass.
Never loud enough.
That shit was ass. It's definitely been loud enough. I've been in arenas and I've watched on TV with very good surround sound. When someone tells me they don't have that, I go crazy. Did I miss something? Because I know I am missing something. Because I'm about to get mad. Did it not make my list? And I know it should have made my list. Where is my girl? Okay, I'll just make it big right here because the best thing about SmackDown.
You to ask yourself this, Bianca. Who inspired you? Who's inspired women over the last decade?
My daughter's favorite wrestler.
Always had your back from day one of you being here. Not Jake. But you know what? What I've learned through all of this.
What you learned, girl?
You teach people how to treat you.
Uh-huh.
And I'm done with being treated as a third wheel.
That's right.
I'm done
third
being pushed
wheel.
to the side. I'm done with
That's
being
what made
too
men
nice.
young.
I'm done with being undervalued, underutilized,
All that.
underappreciated.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, girl.
I've been a Naomi fan since the fucking Dactyls. So I'm gonna just throw that out there too.
That's my daughter.
I love this. And I am so excited. And they don't do what they need to do and let her beat Jade that first match. I don't know how I'm gonna feel.
Listen.
I think I might write a letter.
No, what you do is you complain on the internet. That's what you do. Okay, we don't get your way. You just tell them how you feel.
I'm gonna do it.
You know what I'm gonna do about it? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tweet my displeasure. That's right. I'm gonna jump on social media and I'm gonna tweet about it until my fingers bleed. I might even send an Instagram.
Oh my God. Okay. Listen, this was the best vignette. And I just want to say this to people, right? Because I am that person who fucks up an awful lot. I spell things wrong. I read things wrong. And people always say, Mike, you fucked up. I say things wrong. It's not a promo, y'all. A promo is done on the microphone, backstage, or in the crowd. This was a vignette. This is what it was. And it was the best vignette of this girl's career.
Yeah.
This has single-handedly, in my opinion, says what you said. She should actually beat Jade. I think we talk about somebody being owed something. What these three girls have done in that square circle and via social networking, I can see this making the WrestleMania card. I don't want to see this on a SmackDown Go Home show. This should be on the main event card of WrestleMania, and Naomi should win.
Yeah.
Because she has taken the worst dive here. But we know that Jade Cargill's probably going to win. And so let's get ready to treat. You teach people how you treat you. Yes, that's no lies there. You're going to get, just go ahead and start this, your displeasure. You being upset, honeybee, because I'm telling you right now, she's not going to win. Before we got it here, Michaela Wonders finally got her clips in here. She's looking at me third eye from the third eye. We're going to hear what you got to say about Monday Night Raw. Get your final thoughts and get our black asses up out of here, y'all. Here we go.
Girl.
Welcome to Wonder About WWE. I'm Michaela, and we are just wondering about WWE, Raw and SmackDown. As you guys know, we go over to Raw and we go over to SmackDown. And honestly, we're going to start with SmackDown this time because it's last week's SmackDown. I didn't really care for it until Roman showed up. But before then, I don't know. SmackDown didn't stick out to me as much as I had hoped because, Roman Reigns. But Roman Reigns' and CM Punk's and Seth Rollins' contract signing was amazing. It was amazing. I just hate how it ended. I got a cliffhanger for WWE. But I think their little conference was amazing. CM Punk finally be able to main event a WrestleMania. Thank gosh there's 2 nights because you know how that's supposed to work. I'm so happy. I cannot wait to WrestleMania. That's all I got on the topic. And then we have Raw. We're going to start off with Naomi's little conference. That wasn't this week. I think that was also on SmackDown though. But Naomi was amazing. And while we're on the topic, as you guys know, the last time we did this, I talked about my brother-in-law thinking it was Bianca Belair who did it. He came by Saturday. He pointed at my shirt, Bianca Belair. I was like, I told you Bianca was in on it. Okay? clearly no hablas English or something. Because what? I don't know. All I had on that topic to him was that he's what we call idiotic, what I call idiotic. An idiotic wrestling fan. My dad has intelligent, unintelligent, idiotic. You people thinking it was Bianca or you're literally acting like Naomi, how she felt toward Jade. Like, you guys are idiotic. Then we have tonight's Raw. I thought Raw was amazing. John Cena and Cody Rhodes, love their promo thing. And other than that, New Day actually winning something, Judgment Day actually winning something. Amazing. But Rhea Ripley, Iyo Sky, and Bianca Belair. If it's not a triple threat, I don't want to watch WrestleMania. Kidding. But come on now. Come on. Honestly, that's all I have to say on the topic is come on. Because what? Why would y'all do that? If it's not a triple threat, goodbye. But as you guys know, I can't really talk about it like this, so let's go over to the real tribal chief.
The way you sing to your tribal chief, it's just beautiful.
I can't ever get enough of that. I hear that all day. I can hear that all day. Oh God, I can hear that all day. Baby girl, you gotta start calling people idiotic. You just gotta stop doing that. They are entitled to their opinions, even if we believe their opinions were wrong. As I look at Bianca Belair, Paul Heyman singing was icing on the cake. Absolutely. So, any final thoughts on this week's Raw or SmackDown, honey?
No, because I got to go back and watch Raw again, but I am excited. I wish I can go to SmackDown this weekend, but I'm going out of town next weekend, so I got to save my money.
SmackDown's in the house?
Yeah, it's in Chicago on Friday.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
I wish I could go. But I am excited as always. I'm just, riding the wave.
Well, you know what you should not ride is watching this happen. I'm going to spoil it for you. Oh, my God. Look at that. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Oh, I just did that. Spoiler alert.
Oh, dear. That means you're going to win.
Yeah. I don't know. Listen, triple threat, maybe. We're going to find out. But, man, when I see that girl just come in my screen, I just get happy. And I want to say this. Fuck everybody going to WrestleMania because I'm not going for once. I hope you have a beautiful time, but I'm going to be mad at you the whole time you're going. They ain't never had no shit like this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
They have Bianca by herself, but everybody else is doubled up, first of all, for that weekend. And then, so, it just seems like her everything is cheaper, and she's by herself, but everybody else is doubled up. You got Charlotte and Ray. You got the Usos. You got all these double ups, but y'all leaving Bianca by herself. That's a problem for me.
She ain't by herself. Big stars be by themselves. I don't know how many accesses you ever attended. But the accesses, they by themselves. When you're not that big, they're like, let's just say you going to an Alpha Academy. Nobody wants to see Alpha Academy. We want to see, Bobby by Steak maybe, and Renee Dupree solo. That's what, you know what I mean? So by herself is amazing.
Being by herself is okay. Okay.
Her by herself is amazing.
I take back what I said then. I'm not mad no more.
And the referee gear, yes, absolutely, chef. Listen, guys, it is a crazy week. Cliff notes, new job, changed my schedule, and I don't know what we're going to do from there. I'm not sure if you're going to see me on Tuesday morning like it used to be 10 years ago. Last time I worked the shift that wasn't my morning shift, or will I be moving to Monday nights? I don't know how that's going to work out. I already have a Monday night review show from the Rated R review show, so I don't know how it's going to work out, but I will continue to still give you my content and what I want to give you. So hopefully between now and next week, I've already put in a big, please do not make me, I'll be 50 years old, work this schedule. I am the Roman Reigns of retention. I will stack them, I will pin them, and I will raise the ones. And yes, that's what I continue to do. So, but it might take me a week to get there. So next week's show, I don't know what's going to happen on what did it say? TBA, to be announced. Okay. So spoiler alert for that. But also, guys, we have a lot of things around here on the network to watch. There is something for everybody, and I mean literally everybody. The Mike Knoxxx show you're tuning into right now. The Rated R Raw review show comes on later tonight at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, the NXT Trio show, talking about NXT. And wow, NXT had a phenomenal show last week. All Elite Women Wrestling with Katie and special guest, the news guy, Mad Dog Kelly. Top fives have been back here. Predictions are coming up for WrestleMania as well, coming soon. The SmackDown review show on Saturdays at 12 noon, and then after Collision on Saturday nights. Also with double duty between Dice Man and Vic Damone Jr., you have Dice Man being joined by Mad Dog Kelly. And also on our entertainment side, yes, I told you, something for everybody. Daredevil is hot right now. Movies coming this summer are going to be hot right now. Raising Kanan season 4 is out right now. Come check it out. The Federation Tuesdays is back, and they just did Scar Space Troopers and then Curious Bastards. The Challenge Fan for all my MTV fans are back as well every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. And then the Wolfpack, we are reviewing currently now Blade 1, 2, and 3. We also have some big things. We're going to do all the American Pie movies, and we're taking a piece from the wrestling side, and we're having a top 5 Marvel movies draft coming up very soon. Check that out as well. Something for everybody on Non-Pop Review Entertainment as well. Honeybee, thank you. You came in. You were late, but you still showed up.
I was late, everybody. I'm trying to. It's family.
But it's okay, because through everything that I always do, guys, I will always say,
who are you rooting for tonight? I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
There it is. So do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me, and don't love God, y'all. That is crazy. I'm out of here forever and forever will be.
Hey, this is Matthew Brittle, the King of Bros, and you're listening to the Mike Knoxxx Show on Unpopular Review, bro.
You ready? You ready?
Let's go! At the money, now you're wrong. What you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, it's a one-stop shop.